Hello, Cancers. Hello, Cancers. Hello, Cancers. First solo reading on Mystic by Nature. Whether you're a Cancer sun, a Cancer moon, or a Cancer rising, such as myself, or just have a lot of heavy Cancer energy in your chart, this message was meant to find you. This is a check-in and a heads up for the first part of August. Just a quick brief of what you have going on astrologically. If you have Cancer on your ascendant, we have Sun in Cancer on August 16th. Venus will be aligning with Jupiter in Cancer August 12th, bringing in relationship improvement, healing, and some financial ease. So if you have been struggling over the last couple months with some finances, your finances are finally about to balance out. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And lastly, when Venus squares Saturn, might have a little bit of friction when it comes to your relationships and loyalty. You may have to create some emotional boundaries. I heard, and don't feel like you're responsible for other people's feelings. Okay. So take that and receive it however you feel the need to do so. I'm going to clear the energy over there for you as well as clearing the energy for me. I ask that you allow me to be a clear vessel for anybody that is under the sound of my voice and have been guided to me to receive the messages that they need to move on with clarity and clear direction. I ask that you remove any negative energies or entities that may try to interfere with the message that is being relayed. I ask that you bring in love and light to the reading. Angel and spirit. Amen, amen. I say. And before I dive into the reading, let me remind you guys, these readings are for entertainment purposes only. So if you become confused or irritated, this particular reading probably is not for you. But if it does resonate, I want you to hit the bell, like, comment with a little not a fish, with a little crab. So you'll be first here for the upcoming uploads that are coming in the future. With that being said, let's take a deep breath, ground ourselves. Breathe in, breathe out. Again, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. Completely grounded. Completely grounded. Now let's see what the cards have to say for us, Cancer. Okay, what do the cards have to say? I'm going to clear these. Give me a second. All right. So, Cancer. What do we have coming up for the first part of August for you? What is the first part of August going to look like for Cancer rising? Cancer rising or Sun and Moon. No mistake. Okay. What's the first part of August going to look like for Cancer? Okay. Okay, so the first card that I got was the Seven of Wands. So you may have, over the last month or so, I'm hearing the last 2 months, you may have been feeling like you have been fighting a battle, especially emotionally, and maybe mentally as well. But you responded differently this time, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You, instead of you looking for some type of external validation or resolution, you went inward. You went inward. And you got grounded. And by doing that, you put yourself in the Nine of Cups energy. You stop thinking about the what ifs, other possibilities, playing out negative scenarios in your head. and put yourself in a sense of peace, relaxation, understanding, internal understanding. By receiving that mental clarity, you may have also decided to turn towards some other form of faith. You may have not been a believer at all at some point, but now you're moving into that space where you know there is a higher power that is guiding you. Can you give more insight on Cancer, please? Leaving behind all those negative emotions, self-sabotage possibly. Not allowing yourself to be burdened. I'm hearing even with the burden of other people's emotions. And that's something that, as a Cancer rising, I know that's something that was a hard lesson for me. Not allowing other people's issues and problems, even traumas and insecurities, to be projected onto me, or even if it wasn't projection, me absorbing those energies. Most Cancers, whether sun, moon, or rising, are very empathic, so they easily absorb what other people are experiencing, whether it's sadness, grief, anger, or even happiness. It's like we are literal sponges. So once again, in the Virgo reading, I've seen this as well as, looking at the Six of Cups as a inner child healing and not so much as nostalgia. I mean, this could even be, no, I feel like it's inner child healing. You've been looking back at the past and no longer thinking about the things you wish you would have done differently or the things you could have done differently. You're okay with how things are. You're giving flowers to yourself. You've always been a lover. And at some point in time in your life, whether it was a family member or a friend, somebody may have told you that being your sensitive, empathic self was wrong. And now when you look in the mirror, you see a person of value. You're seeing how beautiful it is to be empathic, how beautiful it is to be so sensitive, how beautiful it is to be so caring. I see it almost like a mirror. So you are putting the mirror in front of you, and you're seeing the beauty in all that you possess. You're giving yourself flowers. Some of you may have even bought flowers. I know I bought a dozen of roses for myself, and they are red and yellow. And red and yellow roses. I looked it up. I didn't know. When I seen them at the store, I couldn't deny myself getting them. But they are representation of love. Either love incoming or self-love. And I always look at the colors based on the chakras. So when I look at them, I see like being grounded in your self-confidence and loving on yourself, pouring into yourself, allowing your heart to be open. All right, can you give me more insight? Six of Cups. Give me more insight on the Six of Cups and the Ace of Swords. So I got the Queen of Wands energy and the Star card that came out. Now, most of the time, you look at the Queen of Wands energy, and this can be a person who can be kind of nasty, kind of harsh with their words. But I don't see it as that. When it comes out with the Star card, intuitively what I'm getting from it is that you are pouring into yourself the same way that you have poured into others. You're standing on business. Like you are confident. You're allowing yourself to grow. You understand that you are divinely protected. You're putting your crown on and you don't mind standing in your power or even speaking up. and allowing others to see your light. At one point in time, you may have been somewhat ashamed about it, but now you're not anymore. For some of you, this may be you stepping into a more spiritual path of life. Or maybe you've stepped into spirituality and that's how you are kind of learning to love yourself. Maybe some glamour magic. If not glamour magic, you will just learn how to start increasing your self-care so that you can increase your self-love. Can you give me more insight, please? You're no longer being vindictive is the word that came to mind with loving yourself. At one point in time, you may have felt guilty about pouring into yourself, but now you don't. You're doing it with absolutely no problem. And you're allowing the gifts of God's universe to just flow in. And that's opened you up emotionally. Like for some of you, I see a heart chakra activation. So your heart has been completely opened up. You're accepting and receiving all things of love. I've never seen it like this, but when you look at the lily pads on the Ace of Cups, it's like water is shooting up from them, but then water is overflowing from the cup. So you can see it. See that? For some of you, this could even mean spiritual gifts are opening up and you are receiving like divine messages. Like the bird to me represents a divine messenger, because that's what the bird was for Noah on the ark. So maybe you're receiving divine intuitive messages and downloads now. So your gifts are opening up. You may be becoming clairvoyant or clairsentient or claircognizant, or having gifts of foresight that are coming through. Can you give me more insight for Cancer, please? A lot of self-exploration. Tapping into your power. For some of you, this could even mean a trip. For some, I see, look at this, and for some reason this time I looked at it and I seen like Egypt. I seen the pyramids. So maybe this is some of you taking a trip. Egypt, Dubai, maybe. Maybe even Arizona. Stepping into your confidence. Or maybe you took a trip to Arizona that opened up your eyes. Took out the rose-colored glasses. That allowed you to see yourself for who you truly are and not what others saw or put on you. Okay? What else? Give me more insight, please. Oh, okay. Give me insight on the Four of Wands. In order to get this type of peace and happiness, though, you went into your hermit bag. You turned within. Really put in the work. Start manifesting and restoring balance. I'm seeing the magician as planting seeds. Planting seeds of happiness is what I just heard. Getting emotionally balanced, mentally balanced, financially balanced. Allowing yourself to just flow with life instead of push up against the grain of it. Can you give me more insight on what the Four of Wands is? Okay. Some of you, if you are not already married, this could signify a marriage coming in or some type of divine partnership or union. Usually I see that as the Two of Cups. But for some reason I'm seeing the Four of Wands now. So this could possibly be a marriage and you starting a family. And if it's not you starting a family or getting married, this could possibly be you having dreams to do so, or releasing yourself. I don't know why I seen it like that, but releasing yourself from old family patterns and beliefs. so that you can get your happiness. Can you clarify the Ten of Pentacles and the Four of Wands? Okay, you're moving into the Sun card. You're moving into a complete happiness. Overwhelming happiness. And then here we come with the Love. I see an emotional offer coming in possibly, or maybe even opening up to emotions, and the Two of Cups. So this could be you coming into balance with your masculine and feminine energies, or this could be you coming into a union with a divine partner. Boys to Men, I think it's that Shantae Moore, Where the Heart Is. Is that what it's called? I think that's what the song is called. You're finding your sense of home. You're finding your happiness, or you've come back home to yourself. You're coming back home to yourself. This could be some people having like Empress did not come out, but I'm seeing the Sun card and the way that I'm seeing it attached with the home. This could possibly be somebody birthing a child. If not a child, this could be somebody opening up their creative mind and birthing a project. For once in your life, I see you being rebellious. Usually the kind of person that kind of walks the line, does what is told. But now you're deciding to push up against that. Can you give me insight on the Sun and the Chariot card? Yeah, okay. So I got the Strength card and the Five of Pentacles. And the way I'm seeing it is you're tapping into your inner strength. You have tamed all of those negative thoughts and behaviors. When I looked at the Five of Pentacles, I heard you got the monkey off your back. So for some of you, this could mean a possible move. It's going to be a possible move for some of you. Can you give me more insight on the Five of Pentacles and the Strength card? Okay. We got the Empress card that came out with that. So now you're sitting in your Empress energy. And as I said, some of you, this might indicate a move. This could possibly be for love. If you are already in a committed relationship, this could be you and your partner moving to a new place. That's going to bring in a lot of abundance. It's going to be in cycle of any type of struggling, whether it's communication struggling, emotional struggling, actual physical struggling. You guys are moving to a better space. Pregnancy is really loud in this. So if you are not in the age where you can get pregnant, release it. If you are and you don't want any more kids, or take precaution. And if you do, congratulations. Can you give me more insight? Is there anything else? Yeah, I got Archangel Michael. Because you have poured into yourself the same way that others are poured into you. You allowed your emotions to be free. You released yourself from many negative thoughts and behaviors. You're being rewarded. And this is something that might happen rather fast, actually, because I'm seeing the Knight is usually a slow moving thing, but I'm looking at it in the Knight of Swords, and the way that horse is looking on underneath it with this man riding him is like, dude, slow down. I don't even have time to catch my breath and move. Whatever this is incoming, whether it's a creative project or you creating your own family or coming into divine union or just releasing old patterns and beliefs, your rewards or whatever you have been manifesting and praying for is coming through, and justice is about to be served to you. There might be something significant. There might be something significant about Libra season. Also, because that just happened, I don't think anything is a coincidence ever. Because of that just happening, it's like almost like my throat got closed up. Um, as you move through this and navigate this entire thing, or situation that's either coming in, or as you move through this new path of life, a new way of thinking and doing and being, um, be mindful of your throat chakra. Don't forget to speak up for yourself. Okay? Anything else for Cancer? Yeah, we are releasing. This came out reversed. So we are releasing any negative thoughts. No longer being binded by those things. Anything else? We are past being heartbroken. We are past the fighting ourselves. I feel like that's fighting. I mean, it might be fighting with someone else or fighting with other people. But for some reason, I feel like that is fighting internal battle with self. Consistently and keep consistently breaking your heart. If this is dealing with an external situation, you have moved past it. You're not allowing people to hurt your feelings anymore. Your heart is open, but you're also being protective of yourself. You're not allowing yourself to stay in anything toxic. You're removing yourself from it. You're no longer allowing other people to dictate how you move or how you feel. You're moving into your 10 of Cups, so it's emotional fulfillment that's coming in. If this is a relationship coming in, this might be kind of public. So if you're a person that doesn't like public recognition, or you're very private, this might be, I mean, you're going to be happy, but, you know, just go with the flow. Just go with the flow. I get it. I get it. Anything else that Cancer needs to know? Yeah, once again, I'm getting about speaking up with the heart chakra. So don't be afraid to speak up. You've done enough work on your inner child. And I look at this Queen of Swords. I'm seeing the butterfly. So you have spread your wings. Don't allow yourself to go back into the person that you once were. Don't stop being creative. Tap into your creativity. This can even be a project. For some reason, I looked at this Page of Swords and I thought of Florida. So you guys could possibly be moving to Florida, or before I do the love deck, let me see. No, I can do the love deck. Okay, what's the message for Cancer? What can you tell Cancer? What can you tell Cancer? What's the message for Cancer? What's the message for Cancer? Alright, last card. Last card for Cancer. Okay, I'll take it. Dang, okay. Anything else? Okay. So, in the past, you may have done a lot of overthinking. You're thinking that you may have possibly needed to free yourself from the situation. And some of you, when I think of free yourself, you did. You freed yourself from the negative thinking, or the feel that you need to be in control of everything. You released yourself from that idea. You're allowing yourself to sit in your feminine energy. Not feeling so action-oriented. I feel like you have to make a decision on everything, or be the person to make the decision about everything. You're okay with letting someone else take the lead. You're leaving your fears behind. If this is a relationship coming in, it's possibly been at a distance and been a little bit of separation. I don't see the third party in here, but It's possible there was a third party, but I don't see it as being a person. It might have possibly been like a work situation. But you guys are now closing in the distance on that. And it's a need for you to leave your fears behind even at that. For some of you, I'm just going to say it because it's coming in. So some of you may have left a relationship. The song that's playing, It's Me, Not You, or from the album, It's Me, Not You, Jane Hancock. So you may have realized that that relationship has kind of burned out. But for the most part, I'm getting nothing but love that's coming in for you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Like I said, you are going to have to leave your fears behind. And as I was just speaking about your throat chakra, it's important for you to have your boundaries. Do not lose your boundaries just because you are moving into a new space of life. You've done a lot of work on yourself. Maintain the work that you have done. Don't allow yourself to fall back into old patterns. I am saying that you need to have some gratitude. Stay in that space of gratitude. For everything that is present in your life, because you've had a sense of gratitude about everything. You are moving into fulfillment and alignment with your purpose. Then we got unbreakable love. So this person has genuine love for you. It's going to be like you guys against the world. Bonnie and Clyde. Alright. Let's see here. Where do y'all want me to go? Love clarifying situations. And then I will close out with a oracle card. Can you tell me about Cancer? Okay. Thank you. Oh, silent remnants. It says, amid the uncertainty, love has the power to rebuild trust. So don't allow the past to interfere with this relationship. And then we got legacies rebirth. So by getting into a relationship with this person, or even stepping into power on your own, you are creating a legacy, a name for yourself. I got welcoming dawns. Be open and receptive. Embracing new beginnings with an eager heart. And as you move through this, I got envy's turmoil. So be mindful of who you share your business with. Not everybody, even if they're smiling in your face, is happy for you. So keep your business on the low. It's not about being secretive. It's about being private. Share when you want to, but be careful who you share with. Okay? As I said, not everybody is completely happy for you with all the new things that are about to come into your life. Possible move, possible love, possible elevation, possible marriage, possible financial abundance with this new creative idea that you have coming in. You're going to have completely emotional fulfillment. So some people might not be too happy about it because they're in a different space in their life. I'm looking at a quote. Success is measured by personal happiness. So maybe through this whole period, you've kind of redefined what success is to you. And that's what's caused you to be happy. You're no longer wasting any more time. What is the oracle for Cancer? Last card, please. Sure. Okay. So, what I got for Cancer is patience. You've had patience through this whole process. Everything that you want is about to come to you. Everything that you prayed for is about to come to you. Everything that you manifested is about to come to you. It is time. It's time. It's time for you to move forward on your dream. As I just said, everything that you want is coming to you. Step out on faith. If there's a creative project that you've been thinking of and you've been going back and forth about it, it's time. Step into it. Do it. Do it. Just like Nike. Just do it. Don't be afraid. And understand, time is not running out. We're in divine timing. That's why sometimes when we're doing a whole bunch of manifesting and praying, and we're trying to figure out if our angels and our spirit guides are listening to us, They are. But there's no sense of time on those realms. We get caught up with the sense of time. So just release the need to feel like you are running out of time. Everything is happening for you the way that it's supposed to happen for you. You are in the exact space that you're supposed to be in at this point in time in your life. It is time for you to soar, baby. You're no longer dimming your light like you were in the past. And if you are dimming your light, you're about to come out of that energy. You're about to come out of the shadows, and you're about to let your authentic self soar. You're about to let everybody see who you really are. You're about to see, everybody is about to see the person that God has always seen you as. All right? So, with that being said, if this message resonated, Cancer, don't forget to like, comment with a crab sign or the astrological sign of Cancer, and subscribe. So when I do upload again, you will be first to get notified. If you feel the need to share this with a fellow Cancer, this is your reminder to do so. I leave you with this affirmation. I am the blessing. I expand with grace. I love without fear and move through the world confidently, standing in my power. I will no longer allow anyone else to hold me back. Until next time, Cancer, peace, love, and blessings.